app doen, maar een echte
Wat zei je, Thomas?
Ik ga live. Welcome to another Timmy Talks live stream. We're going to do the ODO, the online Dutch old school league. Here with Henk. He's the organizer. He's my co-commentator. Henk, what are we going to look at this evening?
I think we're going to look at some great decks. And I'm happy to be streaming with you again today, Timmy.
Yeah, man, it's nice. And did we also do the January final?
Yes,
I think we did.
I believe the December one, we're on a streak.
Nice. Let's try to keep it up. And then I'll put it together in the playlist and we can look back at it with popcorn. Shall we have a quick look at the deck photos?
Yeah, at the deck list. Yeah, definitely.
So I'm gonna just put it on the screen for the viewers. So maybe just start with Gijsbert. So I mean, he's playing with Alanis Morissette. So that's always one of my favorite pieces of art. I mean, the good-looking Alanis Morissette. The good-looking Alanis Morissette.
No. This is the, I don't know.
I'm talking about the Elves of Deep Shadow.
Yes. I would refer this to, I don't know, after 2 a.m.
At the golf chick.
When you're in the pub.
But we see a Bayou deck, right? So black and green. You don't see that often. Or actually you do see it often, but you don't see it in the finals often. Let me rephrase. And it's kind of playing the land destruction, isn't it?
Yes, and I don't think we will see a city in the bottle from this deck, because it even plays the Desert Twister, which I really like.
That's pretty cool. The idea is, of course, that so Gijsbert wants to ramp up with the Elves of Deep Shadow and at the same time destroy lands on the side of his opponent, Robbert, with the sinkholes.
And the artifacts.
Yeah, of course, take out the artifacts. Well, actually, he's only playing with one crumble. Or am I missing something?
Yeah, but he's playing with 3 Scavenger Folk. So,
yes.
And that's a true Richard tech. Because as we saw in the previous game, where Gijsbert was playing against Ule, he actually had to crumble a trike. And Ule just shot him and still gained 6 lives. So I don't know about crumble.
Interesting, because I've had I wouldn't say negative experiences, but I've had a few just annoying moments with the Scavenger Folk. So, and I always like the reliability of crumble. Like it's 1 green, takes care of the problem, and can move on with my life.
Yeah. So again, Richard always goes for the Scavenger Folk because they can do so much damage. On the other end, for me, it always gave issues. I had to wait a turn.
And we do see 2 Pendelhaven as well. And then he's got 7 1/1, so that could be relevant also. Let's have a look at the deck of Robbert.
And an If-Biff.
Oh, yeah, and an If-Biff there. If-Biff's really good. And he is playing with Hypnotic Spectres.
Yep.
So Robert's deck
4 hippies.
Also playing with 4 hippies.
Yes.
And
both of these decks are showing a single Jusum.
That is pretty cool. You don't see that a lot.
Well, it more has to do with availability. They both own 1 Jusum.
And then you play with your Jusum. I would love to own a Jusum.
You play with what you got.
And I think this color combination is more common. And actually, it's almost a 5-color good stuff. I guess we don't see a regrowth here, so it's 4-color good stuff. But it's pretty creature heavy.
Yes, I think this deck falls a little bit in the Mike van Dijk tech, which he also again played in the in the Winter Derby, last Derby. Yeah.
Does that also make Robbert a favorite here? You know, blue power. The balance, the swords.
So 2 things. I think I would say normally Robbert is favorite. However, because of all the land destruction, if you look at the deck, we've got 4, 7, 8 land destruction spells. 9 including the Desert Twister in Gijsbert. And the mana base in Robbert's deck is just greedy.
Yeah.
It's really greedy.
Yeah. And he really needs 2 black, right? I mean, he's pretty heavily invested in black, what I notice. But then again, I mean, he's got all the black dual lands, so that's actually not going to be a problem, and the City of Brass. But yeah, as soon as Gijsbert can cast those sinkholes and ice storms, especially when he can ramp up to them, then he's definitely going to have a problem. So I'm going to give the players a go.
Yeah, give them the go. Give them the go. I also want to say that Gijsbert is playing 3 Gloons and in the sideboard, which will also be an issue. To cast those white spells.
Yeah, but is he actually going to board in the Glooms? Is it? Yes. Do you think it's worth it?
Yeah. Okay. The disenchant sword splicers the balance, and they know each other's deck list, which is normally not the case. But because Gijsbert played on the stream yesterday, Robbert shared his deck list as well. So if you look at the sideboard of Robbert, it's full of white cards. What I really like is the 2 royal assassins in the sideboard of Gijsbert.
Wait a minute, there are 2 royals in the sideboard? Okay, let me have another look at the deck pictures.
Underneath the paralyzed. So he's playing 3 tranquilities, 3 glooms,
yes,
3 rolling dervish, 2 paralyzed, 2 royal assassins, 2 crumbles.
My hands are kind of itching to play a Blood Moon against both of these decks, but especially against Robbert. Do you know if that saw a lot of play in this edition of the Odal?
I don't know. I got hammered by Blood Moons from our Sicilian friend Pablo, who I know is in chat.
Ah, yes, Pablo. He's coming to the Netherlands, soon.
He is.
Wow, you're right. 2 Royal Assassins. Ah, that's going to be so cool to see those coming in from the side. That's good. And actually, they're pretty good against the deck of Robbert.
Yeah. Thought you meant against the deck. They don't do a lot against it.
No.
Let's see. We got 26 viewers already.
Nice.
We got a couple of regulars in. We got Pablo. We got Brian, Steven. Welcome all. I think we finally have a start, and that's a good start. Sol Ring into Orb. Although, here comes a crumble.
Ik crumble je Orb.
Yeah. I knew it. That's all.
You called it. Oh, and there's land destruction. Oh, okay, there's a hippie.
Lotus into a hippie.
So now Robbert needs a white source, or, he wants to put a bolt or swords.
I guess bolt. I mean, Gijsbert is playing so many big creatures. You rather spend your swords on either the Sengir or the Jusum.
Yeah, of course, but it also depends what Robbert has in hand, right? I just hope for Robbert that he has an answer to begin with.
Oh, if I wouldn't have a bolt, I would spend a Swords and Flowers.
Oh, there you go. Some blue power to help him out. Would you, because he went for the Orb straight away, would you consider for a moment to go for the Sol Ring instead and maybe use your Black Lotus to destroy his dual land?
Schade.
I don't know. No, not because of the hippie. I would have taken out the Orb.
And there we see a Set Troll, by the way. So I guess he doesn't have an answer.
I played kind of like Robert's deck in the Derby, and the amount of times a hippie basically won me the game. Turn 1 hippie is so strong.
Yeah. And there's no answer from Robbert, so that's kind of nice.
No.
Landje en ik val aan.
There's the attack. And now we see that Gijsbert doesn't have double black, because, for example, what if he has a single in hand now? He can't cast it.
Ja, ga ik voor kaart nummer 4.
Deze?
Ja, die.
Card number 4, there he goes.
Land. And have white land. I think that's what he wants.
I think the Sol Ring is really kind of messing up Gijsbert's land destruction plan.
Ik voor een Sylvan Library en dan...
Oh, Sylvan, wow. So maybe if because Robbert is also playing Sengir Vampire, right? If he has another land and a Sengir, that would be kind of sweet.
Yeah. Robbert is almost at the top of his curve. Well, obviously, the one off Shivan Dragon costs 6, but he can cast most of his deck now.
It's really sweet that he plays a Shivan, by the way.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
I played for a while with Shivans and Serras, and I love that deck.
They're just epic creatures. Ooh, 4. Are we going to see a Jusam?
Yeah, or a hippie. Hippie.
An hippie. Okay, which is actually an answer to the hippie of Gijsbert.
Okay.
Exactly. This is really good.
So it's perfect.
Untappen.
And then he's got that annoying set troll.
Sylvan.
So Gijsbert is going to look for answers now. And I mean, removing creatures is not something that this deck is really good at.
Which deck? Gijsbert
Yeah,
deck.
the deck of Gijsbert. Yeah, because now he's looking at the top 3 cards. So I'm looking at the list, what he could go for.
Gijsbert has a...
He's got an Icy. He's got
an Icy,
Chaos
an
Orb.
a Desert Twister, and is that a Master of the Hunt, or is that a Tracker? That's a Master of the Hunt.
Master of the Hunt. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
That's
But
so
it doesn't
cool.
remove creatures.
No, I think Tracker would maybe be better.
And he has a Terror. He has a 1 of Terror.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course the if-biff.
The if-biff. But of course the problem with the if-biff is, it's a living hurricane.
Kills
It's going to
everything.
kill his own hippie as well.
He's going to trade.
Giant growth.
Oh, Giant Groving.
Oh, of course. Yeah, but that's a one-off as well.
And awesome.
I really like decks with a lot of one-offs, by the way. Also to play it yourself, because it's just more... There are more different lines. And also for your opponent, it's more difficult.
Oh, Timmy, you're getting a lot of praise in the chat. Both Brian and Eduardo are loving this type of content.
Good.
There goes the troll.
Well, it's thanks to you, because you organize these tournaments, that we can do these streams.
Remember, guys, you still got tonight to sign up in Teleria for the March edition.
I think there's a link in the description below to the Facebook group.
That's good. Just go to Teleria. You can find it over there as well. And I believe this Saturday you will be streaming from Utrecht. Unfortunately, I can't be there.
Ah, too bad. I thought you would be
know.
going.
I was planning on to, but something changed.
But we're going to Groningen, right?
We are definitely going to Groningen.
Oh, Jusem!
There's a Jusem!
That's such a beautiful creature.
Okay.
And I believe we've got a couple of more places lined up, Timmy, for us
Kijk,
this
kaarten
year.
met
So.
de library.
Oh, but this is a problem for Gijsbert now. I mean, he took care of the hippie. I mean, he can still swing and force Robbert to discard, so it's not ideal for Robbert. How many cards does Robbert have at the moment? Is that 1 or 2?
I think he has 2 cards in hand. Here's the thing. So he would...
Voilà.
Oh, 3 cards even.
oh yeah. He would have loved to still have that Giant Grove now.
Yeah.
One off. On the other hand, Robert doesn't know he's only playing... Oh no, he does know. They know each other's deck list.
Disenchant.
Disenchant.
It's a gunner.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind. I mean, do you really care about the Sylvan?
No, because Gijsbert's life total is under pressure, right? And that's key.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, Sylvan is great if you're not under pressure.
Yeah, but then it still takes you 8 life to get card advantage.
Ice Storm op je city.
Yeah, but I think if Gijsbert is in his tempo, that he hasn't actually really been in this game. But I mean, if tempo is planned to play land destruction very early on, then it can be very helpful, right? Because your Sylvan will help you find those cards.
Die vallen bij.
But it's only the first time. If you don't draw with a Sylvan, and then you need to draw the card you're playing.
Exactly.
You could play instead of the Sylvan, and then you need to draw an extra card, so it's 8 life before you finally got some advantage.
The Sylvan can definitely work against you.
Oh, Sinkhole, of course. Robert's playing with Sinkholes as well.
Sinkhole. Yeah,
He's
but
playing with 3 Sinkholes.
My point is more if you're playing tempo, you just want to stay ahead also in cards, and you
just
use
agree.
your life for it. But
yeah, agree. I would sideboard them out against Robert.
That's because your life total will very likely be under pressure, like in this game. Okay, yeah. Interesting. I'm so looking forward to see the Royal Assassins then, because I'm sure he's going to board those in.
And the Paralyze.
Yeah, Paralyze and Land Destruction. Wow, that's a good combination.
Kaart nummer 2.
And Paralyze and Royal Assassin is a good combination as well. It's only 4 mana. Yeah, that should be a hidden combo.
Yeah. Forgotten combos.
Oh yeah, forgotten combo. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Oh, but he's hitting for 8 each turn. I mean,
what I really like, right, of Robbert, he's like, okay, you're destroying my hand and my lands. I don't care. I've got a Jusem and a Sedge.
Exactly.
I don't need anything else. I'm fine.
No.
We zijn
What
trouwens...
do I care? I got a regenerating troll
Nee,
and
deze heb ik
the
vergeten.
creature of the night.
Ik denk
Klopt
2
dat?
keer. 2 keer.
What? He's not attacking?
Nee, zeker?
No, they're discussing if he forgot the live gain.
Okay.
So they're
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
I muted them.
correcting
Yeah.
their live
Zijn we
totals.
dan toch?
In mijn beleving op 12. Maar
12? Oké.
It's really nice, It's a lot of sportsmanship in these games. So together they're discussing, what do you think my life total is? And Robert's actually saying, I think I'm on 11. And Gijsbert's, no, I think you're on 12. So he actually goes a life up.
Yeah, but this is also, this is the level of the Yodel. I mean, we
this
really just have some fun games.
You want this to be the level of old school, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. Jouw 11.
Ja, kan 2 keer.
Attack for 8, I assume. I mean, why would you not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, right? Go for it.
Yeah, he's on 12.
Ja,
Here.
blok,
There you go.
Yeah, he's on 6. He's got a
Yeah,
chunk.
you need to block. Yeah,
Ja, ga ik naar 3.
He's gonna take 3, exactly. Yeah.
bold. No, he doesn't have red.
Op je panel even.
Sinkhole.
Dan gaan we nog een potje.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, that's good.
Ja, mooi pot.
Wow.
mooi
So
pot.
despite the fact that Gijsbert in a way was doing his thing, had that very explosive opener. Yeah. I mean, there was just too much pressure.
Ja, nou ja, het is wel een beetje...
All right.
dan
So
moet je
if we
wel
look
naar-
at
voor-
Gijsbert,
voor-
I
voor-
would
heel erg groot,
take
dus,
the
Maar er kwam,
at least the paralyzes. I would love to have
Ja, aan de
one
andere kant, misschien had ik de Soling wel.
one royal or two in. I think 2 royals because he doesn't have any creature
Ja, dat had misschien ook nog gekund hoor. Dus,
removal.
Ik had die single al trouwens al...
I think the problem, of course, is because you talked about glooms earlier. If he puts the glooms in, he's gonna make space for it, right? And I think
Yeah, but take the Sylvans out. Sylvans out. I would take the maybe Twister out.
I would take Master of the Hunt out, even though it's super cool
Master
card.
of the Hunt. Yeah, it's a cool card, but it's not doing so. That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
I find those cards like Master of the Hunt, they're like win more cards, right? It's fantastic, but when you're under pressure, like against Robbert. So yeah, those are 4 cards out. And then you could
And
say the 2 Paralyze and the 2 Royals.
Yeah, but I also think you want the Dervish against the Juicen, but he does. Oh no, he knows that he's only playing 1 Juicen, so.
I think the Dervish, maybe 1 could be interesting, but
I would still bring in the Glooms.
I don't.
1 or 2.
It's so situational though, and if he takes out the Sylvans, then you don't really mind the disenchants that much anymore.
Exactly, but you mind the Swords of Lausers.
Yeah, that's still a problem. Okay, so that's Gijsbert. Maybe take a look at the deck of Robbert. The
Difficult.
sideboard.
There's not much in his sideboard.
No, I wouldn't put in the terrors. I wouldn't put in the greed.
Well, Terror can be good. There are most of the creatures are green.
Yeah, he's playing with Urnums, of course. So it could. Yeah, but then I would rather just put in an extra swords. I would rather put in extra swords. Because you don't want to take creatures out, and you can already take the elves out with your bolts. Like, would you do bolt over terror in this matchup?
No.
No, right? Because you want to take out the hippies. Yeah,
I really don't know. I don't know what to take out.
He could consider taking out the sinkholes, but
is over nagedacht.
yeah,
True.
difficult.
Yeah, free. Yeah, no. I think you're right. There's no mazes. He's not going to disturb the mana base anyway. He doesn't care about the Pendle Havens.
Ja, die laatste.
No, because his creatures are big
fairness,
enough anyway. Like the Sedge Trolls are going to take care of all those Pendlehaven creatures. Who cares?
He's only playing 7. He only plays 7 1/1s.
Wat je dan vervolgens...
You don't care about the Pendle Havens.
Ja.
Especially not
Well,
with
it's
his
still a lot
creatures.
7/1/1s, plus the 2 Royals that are going to come in. I'm really counting on Gijsbert to put those Royals in.
True, so, but I would take the 3 sinkholes. Yeah, I agree with you.
The funny thing is that when you play with a Royal Assassin, you start realizing that this is actually a wall. It's just a wall, because your opponent doesn't do anything anymore until they can get rid of it. It's so funny.
So if you take the 3 sinkholes out, all you can do is take the 1 swords and 2 terrors in, probably.
Yeah. I would be
Maybe
tempted.
the Falling Star.
Oh, but you're going to be behind on mana because of the land destruction, so those power sinks are not going to be helpful. Yeah, Falling Star could be nice.
Yeah, but Yeah.
You
Could
could
be.
consider taking out your Fireball for a Falling Star, because you're not going to have a lot of mana against this deck.
Agree. Yeah.
So that could be interesting. And of course, the nice thing is with Falling Star, the creatures also get tapped. And Falling Star can also take out a hippie.
And if you anticipate Gijsbert to bring in the Whirling Dervish.
True, it's not a weapon.
Ja, ik begin.
Interesting. So we're going to go back to the players. And it's a best of 3, right, Henk?
Yes, it's best of 3. I was considering a best of 19, but...
Man. Shuffle up.
My wife
Is
didn't agree.
this the first final for both of them?
No. Gijsbert actually won the Champions League when it was still the Corona Cup.
Oh, he did. Oh.
Yeah, he did. And Robbert, I'm not certain. He's a consistent player as well.
Yeah, looking at his type of deck, that makes sense.
En rondje 2.
So there he goes again. So I wonder if he just took a mulligan. We'll just have to see. So Robbert is definitely keeping. He's on the play. Yeah, so this is a mulligan by Gijsbert. So he's going to put one on the bottom. Do you feel, Henk, that it's easier to take a mulligan if you're on the draw?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I have the same thing.
Yeah, I definitely, yeah.
That
I hate mulligans.
Oh, I hate it too. But I mean, that could also work against you, right? It's like, I'm on the draw and it's not ideal.
No, but I would be, I would be quicker with taking a mulligan on the draw.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same.
Hartstikke idee.
That's probably why I like just play monocolored as well. It's easier.
Oh,
you have to take less mulligans.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so annoying. Oh, interesting.
Consoling.
Oh, of course, Gijsbert lost. Sorry. Yeah.
Mooi begin.
Yeah, you did it wrong on the screen.
Yeah. Oh, man. Amateur hour.
Ik heb een langzaam begin.
Doesn't matter.
Sorry, everybody. That win went to Robbert, who was smashing face with his Jusum, which was really cool.
And the troll.
And he has a great start again, huh? Gijsbert.
Yeah.
If you're Gijsbert, you want to kind of have a land destruction spell in hand. I wonder if he's got colored mana.
Ik
Exactly.
ga de orb activeren.
He's going for the land.
Yeah.
I don't know if with a deck, he never flips his orb. I noticed that last time as well.
Wat target je?
Landje.
I don't know if I would have done that. You don't know how many lands he still has in play, and
I think he's now on this factory plan where he thinks I'm just gonna put full pressure on Robbert. Then again, it is risky because Robbert is playing bolts. Exactly. Here you go. Yeah. And then if you take the risk now, it could set you back a creature and a land.
Well, maybe he is holding back on 2 more land destruction spells.
Yeah, if he's got... Oof. I was kind of hoping for Gijsbert then to see an Ice Storm.
Yeah, this is... And now you lost a land.
Yeah, this is not good.
Pressure.
This is not good. Yeah.
I don't know. On the other end, I'm commentating and they are playing the final. So.
Oh yeah, of course. But it's more interesting if we give an opinion as well.
I actually played against Robbert.
I mean, obviously these players know better how to pilot their decks than we do. This is pretty good, actually, this Ifrit.
Yeah, build in Hurricane, just keep on pinging.
He did make a mistake here, because now he's taking a damage, and he cannot activate the factory anyway. So, or is it too green to cast? The casting cost of the IFBIF. It probably is. It probably is. Yeah.
You've seen it more often than me.
Yeah, it has 2 green.
It's a Yoop card.
It is a Yoop card, yeah. I actually have a copy. Oh, Robbert is taking this game, man. He's walking away with it. And I don't want that because I want to see more of this, both of these decks.
Even kijken, activeren en verlaan.
Yeah, I mean, he knows.
It's a trade.
Oké, 2 damage voor jou. Jij gaat door naar 13. Ik heb een scavenger volk en dan pas ik naar jou.
Yeah, this
is what I mean with the orb. I think he went too fast. You don't know how many lands he's holding. He's playing a lot of.
Now I do get it. Like, you wanted to put full pressure, but I was kind of expecting him to also have an Ice Storm in hand, perhaps. Right? That he was like, okay, I'm going to take away his land. He's going to recast the land. I'm going to Ice Storm that and also attack again. Yeah.
If you can take away 2 lands, you know you're. I mean, most old school players are greedy. On the mana base.
And we saw Robert's mana base, right?
Een Sanger weg.
Oof, that could have been a potential blocker. Only needed 1 more black.
Yeah.
And that's and a blocker and pressure. Is Robbert going to pass here? That would be at least some good news for Gijsbert. So he is passing. That's something. He's offering kind of an opening here. He has to attack here, right? Or else, or just play something, of course.
Play Paralyze. Robbert can't play
That would
Paralyze.
be so good now. Attacking with both. Now we're going to see Disenchant.
Yeah, this hurts.
1 damage.
1 damage, gaan we 12.
Pas.
Yeah, he's not. Oh, man. Sucky. I was hoping for Gijsbert to. Sometimes you just need, or sometimes, a lot of times, you just need the good top deck to get you out of the shithole that you dug for yourself. But it's not happening.
Well, it's not like he dug a shithole for himself, but it's.
Nah, I think the game did.
Yeah.
Kind of like all the bad things that could have happened for him in this game actually happened, right?
Yeah, Robbert had yeah. I mean, he also has all his colors he needs.
Yeah, and Robbert has so many answers towards a factory. I mean, he's got Disenchant, Swords, Lightning Bolt.
Jaap is saying in chat that he had played against Gijsbert and seen him orbing turn 1 lands and it works. Jaap, we fully agree. We're not saying it's a mistake or something. It just didn't work this time. And he already is quite light on removal, which is hard. And he is quite large on land destruction. Oh, there's another orb.
Would you go here for the Sol Ring or the City?
Ik heb in ieder geval geen reacties op het activeren.
City?
Nee, gelukkig geen crumble.
I guess. Yeah, City. You're still playing artifact removal. You want him not to draw into the Paralyze if you brought it in. And it will take him too long to even cast a Royal.
Yeah, because he needs double black for that.
Yeah. And you're taking cards out of his hand anyway.
Yeah, the best answers for Gijsbert are definitely in black. So taking care of the black mana makes sense.
Yeah.
There we go. It is good, by the way, to see people flipping orbs. I'm happy to see that. Man.
You missed that in the derby, yeah?
Oh my god. Oh, seriously. That was such a letdown. If you're not willing to flip, don't play the card. And I do understand Gijsbert, by the way, maybe because he's got a really minty card, but just flip something. That's my opinion.
I don't care if you take a standing card. It's more about still at least making the effort of a flip.
Right.
You know, you can always miss a flip here. It was a good choice taking out City.
Yeah, wow. And it's again,
because he also had
the elves. For Robbert, the game is going exactly the way you want to.
Yeah, of course. If he had still had the City, now with the elves, he could have cast that Sanger, and then all of a sudden it can be a completely different game.
And this is where blue power is so nice. If you're this far behind, you need or blue power or a balance to kind of get back in. And I guess that's why green-black also is a difficult combination.
Bayou and
talk to Emil.
Then again, Gijsbert made it to the final, so you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's probably won against a lot of really strong decks.
And we've seen Ule with his Nethervoid deck.
Oh yeah,
blue power. This is such a difficult game for Gijsbert now. He needs to play your cards immediately, or it's gone.
Yeah.
His removal is barely 0. He only has the only thing he can play out now is a paralyze. A terror won't work. Yeah, on the troll, but not on the hippie.
A terror is not too bad right now because it just takes out one of the creatures at least, and then he can still attack with his.
Yeah.
With his.
It only takes out a troll.
1/1s. Yeah, I know, but it's something because his hand is empty anyway.
Oh, he's got a card in hand now. Yeah, but that's the thing. You want that hippie gone.
And Jin.
This is not a bad draw.
Daar mag je toch wel even 2 mana extra voor betalen.
Oh, power sync. So he put the power sync from the sideboard.
For two.
I didn't expect him to board this in because you're playing against a land destruction deck.
It would have been fun if it was for 1 and he could use the elf.
Yeah, if he would have forgotten about the Elves of Deep Shadow, that would have been cool. And actually, that Elves of Deep Shadow is pretty important because I can give the second black to Gijsbert. I'm expecting it. Nah, he doesn't have to jump yet. Would you jump the set here?
On the Scavenger Folk, yes.
Taking the damage instead.
Yes. Hoping to draw Royal.
Yeah, Loa not relevant yet. He's got 4 cards in hand. Gijsbert still top decking. Come on, Gijsbert. But the thing is, he also lost 2 Sengirs already, I believe, eh?
Yeah, both 2 Sengirs.
Man, that's so bad.
This is an Ice Storm.
Ga voor een Ice Storm op je script.
He just needs a little bit of luck.
Dat heb ik nog even voor wit.
Ga ik aanvallen.
Yeah, and he needs it fast.
Ik heb nog een wit en dan...
Oh crap, the elf, I assume.
Mag dat die...
Yeah, of course the elf, yeah. Robbert is not making a mistake, unfortunately.
Dan
we don't care, it's removed from the game.
Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And he is attacking here. I think I would have just kept it untapped to jump here, because now he's going to go to 2. That means it's done,
and then
right?
a bolt.
If you would have jumped...
Demonic Tutor.
Demonic Tutor for a bolt.
Ja.
You nasty.
Oh, nou ja, dat kan ook, maar ik dacht een Time Walk, maar het...
Oh, Time Walk is more classy.
Je kan kiezen, ik heb een lege hand, dus...
Doesn't matter anyway.
Either way, you're fucked. Oh, he goes for the Time Walk.
It's nice, it's classy, I like it. It's nice to win with combat damage, right?
Ja, maar...
That's always good. Shall we ask if they want to play a third game?
Vrij vlot dit.
We can definitely ask, and I think the viewers want to, so if they are up for it. Oh, he's even going to complete the Time Walk turn.
Daar aanvallen en dan...
Yeah, we can ask them. Just put it in chat.
Would you like to play a third game, wordt gevraagd.
Ik wil nog best een potje extra spelen, hoor.
Ja?
Tenzij jij...
Ja, ik kan wel, hoor. Dus we kunnen even een duim omhoog in dat doen.
Oké, gaan we dat doen.
Yeah, I think it's nice because I mean these decks are just so cool. I still want to see Royal. I want to see a Shivan Dragon. I mean, there's so many cool creatures.
Yeah.
These are really nice decks. I like both of the decks because they're so creature centric.
Ik had wel verwacht dat je wat meer land destruction zou kunnen spelen, maar je hebt gewoon weinig land destruction.
And it's interesting they're now discussing that they just expected a bit more land destruction. Oh, and Gijsbert is calling that he double mulled, eh? So that also had an influence.
Yeah.
And he's also saying like, of course, it's a much bigger step to go from 6 to 5, right?
I agree.
Yeah, so
it feels so bad.
Yeah. And I also get it if you're already a game behind and you just have a bad hand. It's not super bad, but just a bad hand. You're like, I'm already 1 game down. I got to take the mull, and then you've got 6, and you're like, if I go to 5, I've lost anyhow, so you just keep it.
Ja. Dan ga ik daar spelen, maar ik denk van ja, ik heb veel meer als ik op tafel leg.
So we almost got 40 viewers.
Need some luck. 40 viewers, wow, that's quite a lot for Monday.
4 dropped.
Ja, zo.
Well, I assume some people think that it's over, which is normally the case, but we've done this before in the past where we asked the players to play another game.
Ja, jij speelt in ieder geval ook.
Ja, just
At
nice.
least so we have
Hele goede
a
keuze.
little bit more content in 30 minutes.
Nee, die fast one moet...
Ja, and it's nice, right? I'm just hoping.
Ja.
Of course.
Hoping to see the royal.
Kijk, ik heb weer een hand die ik niet kan houden.
Oh no, Gijsbert's gonna mull again. It's just not. Maybe it's just not his night. I'm sure you had it as well, Hank. That you played with a deck at the tournament and you actually did pretty well. And then you think, okay, it's a pretty good deck, and you take it with you to another event or you play online and you lose everything.
Kijk, maak nog even die stapel.
Or it doesn't ring a bell, Hank.
Ik moet ook nooit hoor. Dus
Oh, I'm coming.
nee,
Okay, so he's playing
Ik super agressief, ja.
22 mana sources without, and then on top of that the Lotus, the Soul Ring, and 4 elves. So he should be fine. Yes, I definitely had that, Timmy. I've had it where a deck felt so fine, and then the next time it just went completely shit.
Yeah, but that's also funny with the videos, of course, I make for the channel. Is that when people see a deck winning, obviously they think this is a really good deck, but actually the deck lost a lot more. But then it wins one match. That is recorded, you know, by coincidence. That's always funny.
Een land en een scavenger volk in Amerika.
Well, we see people playing Timmy's spellbook nowadays.
Yeah, man, who would have thought? But that was a different version, wasn't it? It wasn't even mono blue.
I believe it was mono blue.
Oh, it
but
was, okay.
Quite off of your current list.
Ah, but it's fun. Yeah, it's nice. I see it as a big compliment.
It is.
Mm.
And I mean, the viewers of the channel has been watching for quite some time now, has seen Timmy's spellbook evolve.
Yeah,
from what it is
definitely.
to
I actually
top 4 deck now.
It started more as a counter deck with
with Timmy's.
Yeah, with Timmy's and with Ivory Towers in it. Very defensive.
And now it's but there you also, I mean, you see what power does to the deck.
Oh, definitely. And by the way, the Art of Scavenger Folk, he is not holding his own hand.
No. He's holding a hand, which he scavenged.
Yeah.
And I believe there's still a ring or something around the finger. So here's a sinkhole, but again, that hippie.
Pas.
Yeah, that hippie is so annoying here. And because of that Mox, of course, Robbert was able to ramp it out early. Yeah, and this is again for Gijsbert.
If you're not playing red or white, the hippie's so strong.
Yeah, and also if you're not playing any other ways, of course he's playing with the hippie himself to answer the hippie.
Oh, die middels, die is echt enorm goed.
He's got loads of answers, but they take so much mana. I mean, Sengir, If-Biff, Desert Twister, only the Orb helps, or the Paralyze, if you brought them in. Or the Royal.
I'm sure he brought in the Paralyze. We can ask after this game.
Oh, we're back at 38 viewers.
But this is where I just want to have a crumble. I just want to crumble a Lotus.
Scavenger Volk.
1 leven erbij.
En een Misha's Factory.
Ja.
Go.
So this is interesting, this sword. So he doesn't want to lose the pearl. Oh, Juzam!
Nice.
I like it. And now maybe Robbert is like, oh, where's my swords? Or does he have a second in hand? I hope not. For the game.
Or a second factory.
Door naar 16.
What is he gonna do here? Oh, juice him. You don't see this often.
Ga ik mijn beurt aannemen, damage. Oh, sorry. Excuus.
Ja, je mag een beurt aannemen hoor.
Ja.
Both they draw their one off.
Oh man.
Ga ik naar 20. Pak een kaart.
So he waits until Gijsbert takes the damage, obviously, then plays it out, knowing that, you know, you're playing black-green, don't have to worry about counter magic or anything. Yeah, just too much violence coming from Robbert, and he's really finding the cards that he needs. I mean, in every single game, I feel like Robbert has been ahead in mana as well. Yeah.
Ga voor een de mooie tutor.
Okay, tutor. What would you tutor for? The obvious question I'm going to ask, Henk.
Royal Assassin.
Nee,
How many cards in hand?
Ik ga voor een Sylvan.
Oh, he goes for Sylvan. Now, I wonder then if he...
I don't know. I think maybe even a Whirling Dervish.
Yeah, but I don't think he boarded the Dervish in. I mean, I wouldn't go for a Royal because he didn't have the mana to play it out. So I guess maybe I would even go for Paralyze.
He has 2 Bayous.
Yeah, but I mean, he couldn't play it out the same turn. And he's going to have the hippie.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this is just...
And then I would have gone for Paralyze.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, if I see this, I'm just... there should be a black balance.
Well, there is an Ice Age.
Yeah, Pox, you mean? Yeah, Pox is really cool. Pox is,
black, right?
The nice thing about Pox as well, if your opponent only has one creature, the creature dies because it's rounded up. It's so nice.
Yeah, it's 1/3 of your life, 1/3 of your lands, cards in hand, and creatures, right?
And
I believe.
Yeah, and we had a Ice Age tournament tomorrow. The first Ice Age video is coming online from that tournament.
Yeah.
Which it was interesting, the tournament. And I'm actually personally I'm happy I kept it to only Ice Age because it's such a big set.
It's immense. We've seen that during the Ice Age draft we did.
That was pretty cool, right?
It was cool.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's just more pain for Gijsbert this third game. I feel bad now that we asked him to play game number 3.
And I received your email about your Pauper tournament coming up.
Yeah, 4 Horsemen Pauper.
Die damage hadden gedaan. Hè?
It's gonna be something.
All these weird tournaments.
Which set actually has the best? Pauper is only commons, right?
Yeah, but we also do the cards that later became common, if you know what I mean. So actually, Rook Egg, for example, is a common.
Really?
Chain Lightning is a common. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's quite.
So Chain Lightning probably is one of the best commons in there.
Yeah, I think Chain Lightning Rook Egg is an obvious one, but there are actually a lot of really, really pretty good, surprisingly good decks you can make. You can also play Tron, for example, with Dragon Engine and Clay Statues.
Are you allowed to play? We can still commentate, but this is one huge deck coming in. He probably blocks Juicen, trade it, and it's the only option he has, and he takes 6.
This is so bad.
It's you don't allow jewels, I assume. So
No.
it's basic lands plus the 4 horsemen, but similar to what we did in Yodel.
Succes.
I think so, yeah. Did you also play Popper then? No, that was...
No.
all the cards.
Only 4 horsemen.
Pak er 2.
And it was
Dan eindig ik
painful.
op -1.
Oh, -1. Yeah, that's it.
he draws a card. Yeah, I mean, what can he do? Okay, I guess this is it.
Zullen ze even muten in de...
Do you ask them to unmute us?
Yeah, he's doing it already. So that's working out. Oh, man. I was so hoping, Gijsbert, to see your deck work in game number 3.
Yeah, I got crushed.
Could you maybe show us? Yeah, but you made it to the final, so this was the first time that you got crushed.
Yeah. That's completely true. Yeah, the flow just was not there. I couldn't get out any early singles, and I think actually when I looked at the deck list previous to playing, and I think it was like in my calculations like 85-15 for Robert's deck. Early removal, so he can just with cheap removal. You can
bold swords, and also he has so many answers to your factories.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah.
And
did you board in the Royal Sessions, Gijsbert?
Yeah, I boarded in the 2 Royals and the 2 Paralyzes.
Yeah, that's what and I would have expected you to take out the Master of the Hunt and the 2 Sylvans.
No, I actually took out the Twister, a Crumble, and 2 Ice Storms.
Yeah, Twister I expected as well, and the Master of the Hunt and the 2 Sylvans, because you cannot spare the life loss against Robbert.
No, I have swords, so he gets some extra lives. So expected that he would keep them. But yeah, especially game 2, I was afraid that he had some sinkholes and ice storms because I had a really slow hand with 3 lands in hand. Some removal though. But luckily he didn't have those in hand.
Yeah, and those hippies, they worked for you.
Oh, they worked perfectly for me. Yeah, he was not able to cast his spells, so.
And of course, the problem for Gijsbert is, Robbert, that you've got so many answers to his hippies, which is actually one of his better answers to your hippie. But you've got, bolt, swords, all that. So your hippies are just better than his hippies, I feel. And what did you board in, Robbert? Because I was surprised about the power sink. I thought you're playing against a land destruction deck. You're probably not going to put in a power sink.
Yeah, I doubted what to start in, and maybe I boarded in 2 power sinks because I thought that I would have just enough lands and to power sink and earn him or something like that. Just have, but also to maybe counter a sinkhole or an ice storm. So I boarded in 1 terror.
Yep.
All cards are upside down. 2 power sinks, 1 gate because I boarded out my brain geyser.
Yeah. Double blue.
1 swords and a falling star due to all his elves and hippies and things like that.
We were talking about falling star. We also thought maybe you could, maybe you didn't do that, but we were thinking maybe falling star for fireball.
Yeah, I kept for fireball.
Because what did you take out? That's always the hardest part, isn't it? Like, I always know what I want to put in, but it's like, what did you take out?
Yeah, I'll just put this. So I boarded in, I think 6 cards, so I'm missing 1. One on power sink, and I boarded my sinkholes, brain geyser, maze fit, and a recall.
Interesting.
So the maze is quite good against me as well, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Against the early hippie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if he has a sinkhole, I would rather have a swords or a lightning bolt. That's right. And he has an icy as well, so it's not a permanent remover.
And do you feel the sinkhole is not as good against Gijsbert because he's only playing 2 colors?
It depended a bit whether I would be on play or he would be in play. I decided that if he would be on play, that I would board them out. Because he has a slight advantage to first destroy my lands before I can destroy his lands. But if I would be on play, then I would keep them in. So, and in the first game, I had a really nice hand with the opening with an Lance, Soaring, and a Gaze Orb. And I was bound to, because he played he destroyed my Gaze Orb and played a hippie. And I would expect that he would play a land and maybe a Mox or maybe an Elf or something like that. And the next turn I would have used a sinkhole on his land and had another sinkhole in my hand as well. So I wanted to play his game for mana denial, but he played a hippie instead. So that was my strategy.
Actually, that game 1, Gijsbert, I think your deck worked really well. The problem was that Robbert just was able to put more like big beefy creatures on the board, right?
Yeah, that's completely true. The set store was going faster than what I could have done. Yeah,
because he was low on cards. He was kind of low on. Was he low on lands? I can't remember.
Yeah, no, not really. But I could play just 1 card per turn, and I had a really nice hand when he and for an attack. I had 2 sinkholes for his lands, on this chance for a Sylph Library, and Juiceum in hand, and a land in hand even. So he drew my land, I think, at that point. And then I had a set and a Juiceum in.
Yeah, and then you're staring down against a Djinn and a Troll with your Elves and your Scavenger Folk.
Yeah, that's quite unbeatable. And if I could have thrown like 20 blockers in front of it, drawing a creature each turn and blocking the Usam or something like that. But I think also there's such a high chance for a removal of the Hypnotic Spectre. It was a real uphill battle, so to say.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that was it was quite hard.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to Robbert. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. And Henk, is there anything else you'd like to say as a big organizer of Odal?
No. I mean, great to see these decks. We had some really positive remarks from people when they saw the deck pictures. Cool that we had a showdown between the two singleton Jusum Djinns, although it didn't took long. And congratulations, Robbert. And tomorrow we start the next version, the next month.
Oh, thanks. Oh.
Yeah, congratulations. I'm looking forward to play next month as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you, guys.
Okay, cheers. And thanks to everybody for watching, of course. And I'm going to end the stream here.
See you around.
Cool.
Ja, mooie spannende potten.